What?
A red light kicks off on the sensors, giving you just enough time to realize that someone's about to fire a plasma at short range. When you flip over to an external pickup, and their shuttle is firing a plasma cannon, a Gatling plasma cannon at short range, and just basically blowing holes in the hangar door in a roughly circular pattern.
Do we have any type of defensive weapons?
None whatsoever.
Can we twist the axis of the ship to try to move so
Can we
they
roll
can't
into
just
it?
land in there? Yeah. Particularly if they're trying to go into the bay, can we kick on the thrusters to roll the ship into their ship?
You glance at your pilot. That is certainly something that a skilled professional pilot might be able to do.
I got this, sir.
Or
Belly
just hit
roll
the
it,
brake?
belly roll it. Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to put this ship between the navigational beacons. They're between the navigational beacons. Your only job now is to hit them. Can you do this?
I can do this. I can hit things.
Okay.
He's
You're
always
going
been able to kill people with vehicles.
Attempt to roll the ship and hit them with the rolling ship. Okay, go for it.
Hey, that's under. Well, 65 is my number. I rolled a 55.
Okay.
Is that one level?
This is not a. This isn't something I'm giving bonuses to. This is a contested check.
Oh.
They're a lighter and more maneuverable ship, which is what saves them. Because as you start rolling the ship at them, they kind of go, the fuck? And they pull their ship away. However, they pull the ship away from your ship. They seem to be temporarily pausing. Okay, Billy, make a operations check to see if you can vent gas into the crew compartments. As they are pulling away, you hear you fail. And also, everyone starts seeing an environmental tamper warning pops up on all their menus at the same time, indicating someone is trying to do something untoward with the environmental system.
Can somebody fix that?
All right. You suddenly get a hail from the shuttle.
What's the corporation we're working for?
SSDC.
Okay. Answer the hail.
Alright, it comes up, and you see a rather scummy-looking Iridani glaring back at you. Your ship is badly damaged.
Yeah, no
What?
thanks to you.
Prepare to be boarded and we won't kill you. We'll give you your shuttle and kick you off. Someone might even pick you up.
This is the property of the SSDC. Any attempts to board will be met with hostile force.
We love hostile force. And you've got a pretty mouth, so I think we'll agree to your hostile
transmission.
force perception.
Okay, so I need to vent the cabin they were attempting to break into. Release the lock on the door and vent the then exhaust into the cabin completely.
Okay. Yeah, I know Sanders is going. What they're trying to do is get to the shuttle bay because they can't really get in anywhere else.
Okay, so we should go meet them at the shuttle bay.
No, we should make the shuttle bay hostile to their ability to enter it.
The problem is, realistically, is you could do that, but you're going to bet money everyone there is going to have environmental containment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just going to manually open the door and come in like we did.
Yeah, also, they've already put a lot of holes in it, so that entire section of the ship isn't exactly holding atmosphere right now.
Gotcha.
So you could vent as much in you there as you want, it's just going to go out into space. So there is no chance that you're going to be able to achieve that particular goal at this time. They are separating out and trying to line up on something. Andrew, Nick, from what you can see, it looks like they're angling on towards one of your thruster banks. If they start shooting at that, you're going to lose a lot of maneuverability. Like the ability to roll it on its x-axis to do the turn move you just completed.
Attempt to hit him again. No shields, I take it?
You do not have shields. They, on the other hand, do have shields. Yeah, you also don't have weapons. They also do have weapons.
Can we, let's try putting the damage side to them. Since we're only running on one thruster anyways.
Alright, you roll over the ship and bring the damage side to them.
Okay.
Alright, make your piloting check, Nick.
Oh, yes.
When
What
it
was that
counts.
earlier?
You flip the ship over to such a degree that it's actually exposing only the section you want to them. And they're kind of glancing at it, but it's like, what do we shoot? That side's already pretty badly fucked up. So they move in pretty close, and then they kind of stop.
Okay, now that they're in close again, can we hit them? You think you can hit them this time?
Now that they're aware of it, it's just a maneuverability section. Basically, they're on a motorcycle and you're on a semi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those, yes, it's theoretically possible, but they're in such a better position to get away that it's not really something that's likely to happen.
Yeah.
Let's
think we
begin
should
to
use-
try to let them line up on the hangar bay they were destroying already.
Why don't you hail them and invite them in, and we'll go down there and wait for them.
That sounds fun. Head down to the hangar bay.
Okay.
Not us, but I'm telling Moze.
Yes, Commander.
Head down to the hangar bay. You're to take them out when they come in. Billy? Want you there too?
Let us go, creepy Scarface bunny.
Andrew?
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
combat availability?
I have a really powerful medium range weapon, but it's not meant for extended combat.
Okay, are you, if we hail them, are you able to piggyback and hack their ship?
If I was what?
Are you able to hack their ship?
Ryan?
This ship doesn't. To do that, you'd need an electronics warfare computer, which this ship doesn't even have.
But does he have one?
No, I'm not a warship computer. But does I?
I mean, basically, this is not Shadowrun. Battlelords doesn't feature a lot of hacking the enemy ships to disable the enemy ship. So
Okay, so let's keep this short and sweet and hope for the best. So you head on down there too.
Wait a second. Let me ask real quick. Do we have a warship computer on our shuttle?
no, you have a tow truck computer in your shuttle.
Okay.
Basically, of all three ships that you have access to right now, the only warship or ship that thinks it's a warship is the ship that's currently shooting at you.
So what I'm seeing is we have pirates attacking us, and if we're able to salvage their ship as well, that is what we call a bonus. So
Yeah.
let's get them in the hangar bay. Try not to destroy their ship, but definitely take them out.
Okay.
Because that is way better than our tow truck. It's time to pirate the pirates, folks. Nick, you're going to be piloting this ship. You're going to line them up the best you can. And let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
During this process, are we able to lock down the cabin rooms?
Yeah, you actually find that when you go into red alert, that the rooms get locked down automatically. In fact, they've been locked down since the start of this whole zombie apocalypse thing, so they've been locked down for probably 3 or 4 days now.
Okay.
Also, you are definitely sure that the people in those rooms are just people, but not crew members. They're just passengers, stowaways or something.
And passengers have no salvage right.
That is correct.
And if they did, I'm sure they'd be willing to sign it away for a safe trip home.
That is also probably correct.
Doesn't somebody have administrative as a skill that we can use to write up that paperwork? Billy,
Well,
that's you, right?
Law.
Oh, law. Yeah, there we go.
From the legal
I said that in the
perspective,
chat earlier.
no one on the ship would be legally authorized to sign away their salvage rights. They're basically, they could only sign away salvage rights if they were,
If they had it.
but like the regular crew members aren't high enough in the chain. They still fall under the, if we're the only one alive, we get the ship, but really it's, if they were the only ones left alive, then the owner of the ship would still have control of the ship. They wouldn't get salvage rights. They just keep control of the ship.
They keep their job.
Sign off would be the ship owner.
Okay.
So yeah, Moze could write up the most fancy legal document he wants. The people involved, it'd be on intents and purposes. They don't have the legal right to do any of it, so it doesn't matter. But at any rate, that's not something you need to worry about now. Those 2 crew members died under mysterious and unexplained circumstances.
We load the bodies into the turkey bin.
If you had torpedo tubes, that would be a viable strategy. Instead, since you don't, the 2 ships began closing again. The pirate sent another extension of, brother, if you don't let us go forward, we're going to kill you all, and I'm going to find whoever's piloting this ship, and I'm going to murder him with my sword. In the butt. I'm going to butt murder you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sword raping, a sign of really big dishonor in Iridani culture.
Sword raping is a sign of dishonor in any culture.
Probably true, but really bad if you're Iridani.
Yes. Definitely not one of the more respectful things. So you do line the ship up, and since they don't, are you going to open one of the functional hangar doors for them, or?
No.
They send another set of commands to open up one of the airlocks. Or
Which
one of
hangar
the.
bay did we park in?
You parked in Hangar Bay 1. They fired on Hangar Bay.
Well, we don't want them in our hangar bay, so let's invite them
So
into hangar
whichever
bay
other
2.
hangar bay that's open, let's
Let's see.
Really?
Let me see what Hangar Bay they fired at, out of curiosity, because that would be. I do enjoy myself. It's fun.
Of course.
So they fired a hangar bay 3.
Over to your ship, and then cycle away from your ship, because you don't want to think ill of the dead. They have shot your ship several times.
We had shields, right?
Yeah, we'll have to run it.
Not on a parked ship.
We had it set up for security because of the...
You have particle shielding on your tow truck, not plasma cannon shielding. So the only reason the ship didn't just explode is because it was they were shooting through flex steel to get to your ship.
So what you're saying is we need a new tow truck.
Your tow truck is in bad shape. You might be able to get your tow truck up and running again.
Billy? They took out the ship. It's revenge time.
Oh, and you're probably going to need to get another herbal.
So we're gonna open Hangar Bay 2.
Alright, you open Hangar Bay 2, which is empty. Iridani says, good choice. Whoever did that's the only one of you guys who's not going to get his hands and legs cut off.
I get on the comm. Well, that was me. Come on in.
Okay. So, they bring the ship in.
And this
Okay.
one, and this particular ship still has, or this particular cargo base still has gravity on.
Yes, the whole ship now has gravity on. You can just say you have several minutes before they get here. So what do you want to do in terms of gravity, etc., etc.?
Well, once they begin exiting the ship,
Mm-hmm.
all of our team will know this, but theirs won't. So once they begin exiting the ship and entering into the cargo bay, we're going to release the gravity.
Okay. You do so. Okay, so gravity is off again, so it's an entirely EVM style battle.
Yep. I understand they're space pirates, and you have a room sweeper. If we find it to be, we'll turn the gravity back on.
Yeah, I'm still piloting the ship, right? So I'm probably close to those controls.
You are in the. There is about. There's a minute or two between when you set them up to land and when they actually land on the ship.
Okay.
So you have time to get from where you were to someplace else.
Right. So I'll head.
Alright.
I'll head down. Nick's gonna stay in the control center, or on the bridge, the main bridge,
Okay.
and we're gonna stay in contact so that he's able to reestablish gravity if need be.
Okay.
So pretty much as soon as they decide that, EVM, they start flying at us, Nick's gonna kick the gravity back on, while they're planking.
Oh, okay. Now, the gravity doesn't instantaneously turn on. There's still several seconds between you flip on and it goes to 100% power, so you're not going to go slamming to the ground. Now, Andrew may, if he wants to, disable the safety protocols, at which point you can do that, but that's a difficulty 10 computer programming check.
Think you can do it, Mr. Beboop? That's muted. Somebody want to unmute Andrew? Is it safe?
Oh no, I have some connectivity issues since we got an Earth between us.
I can respect that.
Repeat the plan. I lost the last half minute.
We're gonna remove the safety protocols for the gravity in Hangar Bay 2, so that it can be turned directly on. Right now, it's turned off. We're counting on them being EVM superior to us.
Okay.
So as they start coming at us, using their wonderful and awesome EVM skills, and begin to plank towards us, we're going to reestablish gravity to smash them into the formats.
Okay. And you want someone to stay in control? Is that it, or you want me to figure out a way to do it by remote?
If you can remove the safety protocols, then Nick should be able to turn them on and off.
Okay, Ryan. What do I need to roll?
I think he said it 10.
He said it's a computer's 10.
Operation or programming?
Let's say programming in this case. Basically, you've got access to it, but you're going. Every safety protocol needs to be disabled for reasons.
For reasons of killing.
Made by 8 levels.
All right. In the time frame that you have, you don't have sufficient time to do all of it. You definitely see how to get it done, but there's a lot more. This needs to bypass, this needs to bypass, and this needs to bypass for you to do it quickly.
Okay, so if he's not able to do that, then we'll be leaving the gravity.
Okay. Or you can just tell me what you want to happen from control, and
But I don't know that
just
you'll
do
be
it
there.
since most of this seems to be based off of computer operation.
Well, I want you in Hangar Bay 2 to murder with your cannon.
Okay.
They've taken out our ship, so we have no way out of here besides this ship and theirs.
Okay, but I mean, do you want me to stay, or you want me to go with you? Because I can.
I need all of us in Hangar Bay 2 except for Nick, who's piloting the ship currently.
Okay.
Yeah, and understand this is basically like a big ship sailing. You know, Nick is not doing much other than just watching a console. He doesn't. He's got it on autopilot right now. He really doesn't need to be up in the bridge for another couple hours.
Okay. So then let's all head down to the. We'll all head down to the hangar bay, and seal the command center door and any other doors that besides the one. Well, seal every door to work with the key code of the captain's card,
Okay, you do
or
that.
a extremely secure password of 1234.
Okay, you lock everything down again and get yourself in the bottom hallway. The atmosphere containment fields are enabled in the passageway that you guys are in, but the entire hangar bay is vented to space right now.
Right.
As we approach wherever combat zone we're going to, I am making sure that my distinguishing field is on.
Before we enter into combat, I'm swinging by the little boys' room, so I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. You guys all get prepped up for combat. You find a good place to hide, basically, and wait for the ship to land. Now we'll wait for Kevin to get back and we'll describe that. Everyone's had time to get all their equipment ready. And we're just gonna say it looks like the shuttle bay on Starship Enterprise, whatever you want to describe it as. There's a catwalk up top. The ground level is just a nice big square. The ship kind of spins down in that area, so pretty much all that's there. The hangar bay doors are slid up right now. Terribly rogue? Oh, this game's terrible rogue. Gotcha.
Okay, I have returned.
Okay. With that, you guys all get in position. Their shuttle flies in.
Oh, we're gonna attempt to. I want to attempt to conceal myself.
Everyone make your concealment check.
I'm extremely concealed.
You're
Do you want me to stand behind a door or something? Because I do not have concealment. I do not conceal.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll be in the cargo elevator.
No, my concealment's 80. I rolled an 82, so I think I technically got it. Not well, though.
No, you hid in a bad spot. Your thermal image is amazingly detailed for everybody who wants to look at you.
I beat mine by 7 levels.
Okay. So, Andrew, you hid out in the hallway. James passes by a lot. Moze passes by a sufficient amount. Kevin passes by a sufficient amount. Nick didn't pass his at all.
Well, good, because he's the one that was radioing over the comm and said he
Okay.
opened the doors.
Do vehicle identification.
No.
Identify a vessel? Yeah, I got some of that.
Roll it.
Hey, not terrible.
Yes, this kind of ship has a fixed forward mount Gatling plasma cannon, which would be massively overkill here, as well as a pilot control, actually gunnery officer controlled undermounted machine gun equivalent turret. And you make this identity check because as it's flying in, they line you up with the machine gun. And you hear the phrase, "Alright, you can drop your weapon now."
Do so.
Yep, I'm gonna drop my weapon.
Alright, they radioed that to you because, and your weapon, since you have gravity on or off right now.
Gravity's currently on.
Okay.
It's a machine gun aimed at me, and that's it?
No, it's aimed at Nick, not Andrew.
Okay.
Alright, so you drop the gravity's off, so your government's just kind of hovering there. The shuttle lands, magnetically clamps itself to the ground. Even in that position, the machine gun still got fairly good reach. It's got a pretty much unlimited arc on about a 270 degrees, unless you're directly behind the shuttle. It can shoot you, or if you were on top of the shuttle, it couldn't shoot you. But pretty thing, anything. If the gravity was on, it would give a very commanding view of the elevator, which is where it's currently pointing at. Which is where Nick happens to be, and they've got Nick in the dead center of it. Nick actually be hit by the heavy plasma cannon, which does a D4 heavy points of damage. There wouldn't even be enough of you left over to think about.
Why did you hide in the elevator door?
Yeah.
Seems like a good place at the time.
Alright. As soon as you feel low, we're going to roll initiative. I'm just going to start describing stuff before we do that. The back section of the ship opens up. You see a ram python step out holding a plasma cannon. Behind him, two what appear to be two human-sized, large human soldiers step out. They're wearing bear armor. The ram python is wearing what appears to be Kodiak armor. Finally, an Iridani steps out, also wearing bear armor. He's the one. He's got his helmet on. Everyone's all helmeted, and they're looking around right now. None of them have successfully made enough of a concealment check to spot anybody. Andrew's in Japan. That's how they say hello.
Tentacle rape.
All right. The leader starts walking straight over to Andrew. The other ones break off into a three-point formation and start covering the entire area. You recognize it as fairly straightforward military tactics. They all have magnetic boots which are clamping to the ground into the wall.
I communicate just through radio wave on what my leader wants me to do.
Well, we either kill him or die trying.
So, is it the ram who's approaching me right now?
Let's see here. Nick is in front of the elevator. So here, Danny is walking towards the elevator, but he's walking towards Andrew first.
So,
Yeah.
if we need to eliminate this person approaching you, Kevin, we can...
He's not approaching me. He's approaching Nick.
Nick, sorry.
And he's the commander? For all intents and purposes, what we can tell?
Yes, from what you can tell, he's the commander.
So we need... Basically, we've got a machine gun that's going to be causing issues. That's
Well,
need
the
to be
machine
rocked.
gun will not be an issue for me, though, if you can get its attention on me. It can't affect me right now with this disintegration field.
When I said machine gun, what the hell? We'll say it's a machine gun. It fires. It does affect heavy armor normally. It's a very large caliber machine gun.
Yeah, it's meant for taking out it's a ship gun, not necessarily a...
If it's considered, how much damage does it do per hit?
You don't know that for certain, but 3d6 per hit. It's designed. I mean, it's designed to blow up cars.
Rough. I don't need to know exact. It's a rough idea.
Yeah, no. The big ship gun, that's designed to take out ships. That does 1d4 heavy points. The machine gun is, we want there to be something left over, so it does 3d6. 3d6 points per round.
So the machine gun's not an issue for me. The thing that does heavy points is.
Okay.
That's my concern.
Yeah, they start firing that, and here there's going to be problems because there is not 1d4 heavy points of hull, but anywhere in this bay between it and space again. So if it fires, it's going to pretty much go the length of the cargo bay out the front of the ship.
There's a decent chance whoever I shoot with at decent range is going to be liquefied, but I mean that's probably the only hit I'm going to get in.
Yeah, if you've got a character that can survive being hit by this thing once, I have done something fundamentally wrong.
Okay. So what you're saying is so you got the Ram Python?
If I'm close to him, whoever I'm closest to is going to be the one that's going to get it from me.
From what I understand, it's walking towards you first.
Actually, right now in position, the Iridani is as close as he can be to Nick. And I assume you guys are going to react before he actually gets within sword range.
Well, yeah.
It looks like he's semi-serious about that. The two humans are on either side of him. Think of it as a diamond formation. So Iridani is at the point, the Rams on the other point, the two humans are on the sides.
So Iridani is the boss.
Yes. You are aware the Iridani is the same guy who was talking to you, or at least you only talked to an Iridani. You are also aware of that the ship itself needs to have at least one person inside of it. The Ram Python is in Kodiak.
So, crap. So what you're saying is Andrew's best shot is on the commander of the Iridani.
Let me ask again, who is closest to me?
Closest to you is the Iridani because he's walking towards the elevator. You're actually, because you stayed in the elevator for the cover, you're the farthest away from any of the individual targets. You're about 25 meters away.
So when he is in range bracket 1, and I get the clear to fire, I will fire at the Iridani. And I will state that to my leader.
Range bracket 1, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So as he's walking up, I'll be like, "Hey, whoa, hey, I'm the guy that let you into the ship. You said that I get a shuttle out of here, right?"
He pauses. I did say that.
During this time when Nick's having that conversation, Billy's going to attempt to sneak into the ship.
That's sneaking. You're sneaking if you can make it. Make your sneaking check. How many levels of sneaking? How many levels did you make? Okay.
The sneak or stealth?
Sneak. That's actually the art of sneaking onto a ship. We're starting with sneaking. Sneaking is a weird skill. You have stealth in this case. Stealth would also work. What is better for you, sneaking stuff?
Stealth.
All right, we'll say stealth in this situation. Okay. You sneak onto the ship, or stealth onto the ship. Okay. Iridani is still glaring at you. He spots a small cargo pod and points that one. All yours. Get out of here.
All right, thank you, sir. Start walking to the pod.
Okay. He grabs your gun, puts it in his back holster. Yep.
We need
All
to, Moze,
Yeah.
are you ready to take out the Ram Python? You're the only one with rockets.
I'll attempt. This is gonna suck out of character.
It's gonna suck in character.
All right.
I'm just saying, my character's not saying that. I don't know, I guess, initiative?
Yep. This is time for initiative.